Okay, so this is Nick Gasky, and I am going to demonstrate some of the new functionality in Hyperledger Fabric v1. Primarily create channel, which will return a Genesis block, and then join channel. And then we will issue a deploy, an invoke, followed by a query. So first, let's go to the directory where we have our source code. Put it in multi-channel. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is run a shell script called setenvironment.shell, which is going to point to a Docker Compose file and hopefully spin up 3 containers for us. Okay, that looks good. So let's issue a Docker PS and just take a look at those containers. So we have a CLI container, peer 0, and an orderer. Very good. Now we need to get into the CLI container. So we'll issue a Docker Compose file, Docker Compose, channel run CLI. This should open up the CLI container for us. Okay, great. Now we do have 5 commands that we're going to run. As I said previously, since I'm lazy, I've copied the commands here. And the first one we're going to do is to create our channel, which is this guy right here. So in our CLI container, we're going to execute this command. We have the port for the orderer right here, and here's the command, peer channel create, and we're going to call it myc1. And looks like all was successful, passed us back a Genesis block, and now we have a channel and a Genesis block. So the next thing we need to do is join the channel. We will do that with a similar command in which we will pass in the Genesis block named myc1.block right here. And we get a return result of 200, which means success. And finally, we're going to do deploy, invoke, and query, and see if we can do some actual work on this channel now that we have it. So here is our payload to do a deploy. And that looks successful. Now let's try to do an invoke and move 10 units from A to B. And that looked successful. And finally, let's do a query. And if we get back a value of 90 for A, then that means this was a success. And it returned 90, so we managed to pull it off. One final thing that we could have done during this process, we could have looked at the logs for either the orderer or the peer. So we'll look at the logs for peer 0 and see if we see anything interesting. We should see some messages saying that blocks got committed, etc. Here we go, committing block. Anyway, sometimes it's worthwhile to look through the logs for the orderer and the peer, and you can see the real work that's actually happening. So that concludes this tutorial, and hopefully it has demonstrated some new capabilities in v1, primarily create channel and join channel. Thank you for your time.